Hello, everybody. This is Gio Aretos, the Principal Advisor at the Real Estate Investment Group, Nationwide Realty. We're here today to give a little bit of an update from the last update that we've given. First of all, a big shout out and a thank you to all of my fans and followers who have really been digging in and spreading the word about this. The last update has been my most well-received one yet, and I think we had a chance to really help some people. Talk about some situations that are affecting them and help them to make a decision that makes sense for them. So we're real happy, thankful, and proud for all of that. But with all the misinformation that's been going on in the world right now, specifically dealing with what may or may not happen to real estate prices, we are seeing confirmation with all of these different closures, city councils and county commissions and so on and so forth. Lots of governing bodies can't pass the new stuff that's going on because they haven't been in session. And in the same vein, I think you're going to continue to see a lot of foreclosures that have not yet happened. And so our forecast is really that at the end of the year, we are still very solid, that Q3, Q4, probably stronger, mid-Q4, is going to be the time where we're going to start seeing that could be accelerated. So we're kind of on alert right now. That could happen at any time between now and then. But I think November is going to be the month we're really going to start seeing where the chip falls, where the amount of people that are being furloughed and laid off and let go and who are no longer relevant or who are doing changes in their incomes. I mean, I think we are still at the very, very beginning stages of understanding what exactly all of this fallout's going to be. And I can tell you that when banks finally start foreclosing and stays start getting lifted and you can't evict this person or that person, you're going to see a tremendous amount of product hit the market. So all of the confusion of buyers in the market, prices are holding, they're staying strong. There's inventories weak, it's a ping pong game. It's all over the place. You have no idea what is true and what's not true. And the reason for that, in my opinion, is that we still don't really know how strong a market we have coming out of this, and are we even coming out of this COVID? Are we going to have another pandemic? Are we going to have another shutdown? There's misinformation left right about that. All of a sudden, face masks are no longer necessary unless you're in a hospital. Boom. All right, that's a 180, and the litany of other news and misinformation and things. I mean, there's no way to navigate this market except caution, and most importantly, the main thing, if you are going to try to navigate it, is to determine where we are on the curve. Where are we? And that's what we try to do for our clients, is give you an idea of where we are on the curve. Where is this, and what are the things that are going to affect a V-shaped recovery? Which I'm going to tell you right now, anything that is below the Fannie or Freddie jumbo loan limit amount, and that fluctuates from time to time, but anything below that amount is incredibly susceptible to price changes that might happen in the coming months. So I'm very concerned. I think that there's going to be a lot of middle of the market properties in whatever market you are, wherever the middle of the market is. As long as it's under the jumbo loan limit, I think that we're going to see those properties be at most risk, and this is going to quickly and rapidly become a renter's market. Rental rates are still going to continue to rise, probably more so now than they have in the past, and they've done pretty well in the past. I think that this is going to be an investor's market for a while, a buy, hold, and rent market. So if you guys are investors and you're thinking about, when is a good time to start racking up, I think now is a great time. I think it's a great time now because rents are going to continue to go up, so you're going to get great rentals. You'll be closing good leases. And I do think that there's a very strong possibility that in the months coming, we're going to continue to see price drops happen in that part of the market that I just described. And I think it's going to be a buying opportunity for anybody that's got cash, hard money. I think that's going to be a real interesting market, and should have some lot of opportunities for people out there. But as for what I'm seeing in the markets right now, with the chaos that's going on around the country, with the uncertainty with COVID, with all of these, what I call dangling participles that have still no resolution, I think that cautious is really the way to go here right now. Educating yourself and keeping your finger on the pulse, being ready to strike if a deal comes up. I think we're going to see more and more deals come up. We're seeing some really good ones in the development space right now. Commercial property is taking a hit unless you're in, in the industrial space. Office is okay, but not that great. Industrial is really where you want to be. We've got our finger on a lot of the pulse of industrial, so we'd certainly be able to help you with that kind of stuff. But overall, just knowing where you are and what's to come, I think, is the only defense that you can have in a market like this, and having some kind of an idea. I think that we have to be patient, and if you're anxious and you need to sell, then now might be the time to sell. If you don't need to sell, I think that you should wait, determine, maybe reassess what the property value is to you, what it means. Is it a cash flowing property? Are you just sitting on it paying taxes? So on and so forth. But I think that there's going to be some concern for sellers coming up, and I think a great opportunity for a buyer's market coming up. So no matter what end of the spectrum you are, it's always good to know. Thanks so much for being here and for making our last post so successful. We're real thankful to all of our fans and followers who have been sending this message out and helping give people a different perspective, and hopefully a little bit of help in making a decision that's right for them. So we're going to continue our crusade.